Whether you've seen many plays or you're experiencing them for the first time, the New Mexico Shakespeare Festival believes Shakespeare's work is for everyone. Director of The Tempest, Paul Ford, and director of the Merry Wives of Windsor and artistic director, Micah Linford, discuss the event and share their passion for bringing these classic works to life. Gentlemen, thank you for joining me this evening to talk more about this year's Shakespeare Festival. I wanted to start with the history. How did it all begin?
The Shakespeare Festival started actually back in 2010 as a production of the Vortex Theater. It was called the Willpower Festival at that point.
Wow.
And in 2014, they teamed up with the city and brought it outdoors, and it was presented on Civic Plaza. So it was then changed to Shakespeare on the Plaza. In 2019, we had to find a new home, and we went to our new home now, the Veterans Memorial Park, and decided to change it to the New Mexico Shakespeare Festival. So it's been around for about 14 years now.
What is it about Shakespeare do you feel people resonate to? Because, I mean, for some people, they probably hear Shakespeare and they think, oh, there's no way I could even relate to that. What is it that keeps people coming back?
It's so vital. It is alive and present, and I know a lot of people have a relationship to Shakespeare based on sort of literature approach in high school. But when they are there, it's alive. You know, the situations are real. The personalities are rivetingly present, and the psychological understanding is just unmatched.
Absolutely. I think
He was nodding.
Yeah, Shakespeare has just an innate understanding of what it is to be human and the human
Truly.
experience and all of the situations that we experience as humans. And as Paul said, a lot of people have a literary experience with Shakespeare. And at the festival, we really believe that Shakespeare is meant to be seen.
Yeah.
So if all your experience is reading it, please come out and see it.
And as you were saying earlier, this year seemed organic in how everything was falling into place, including how the shows were chosen. So tell us about what this year's selections are and how the process went.
This year we're doing the Merry Wives of Windsor and the Tempest. And after each previous season, we sit around and as artistic director, I am given the responsibility of choosing the shows, choosing the directors to move forward. And I knew that I wanted to direct the Merry Wives of Windsor. And I had been batting around the idea of the Tempest. And I heard after Paul had directed for us last year that he was possibly interested in the Tempest. So he and I sat down and talked about it, and everything fell into place.
And when it comes to the casting, how did that work as well? I mean, certain your regular audition process,
Yes, and it's a large audition pool, and you'd think there'd be more struggle between us for actors, but actually that was relatively organic as well.
Wow.
Things fell into place for us, and we didn't get into any fist fights at all.
it's not Shakespearean at all.
It helps that we have an incredibly talented pool of actors
It's
in
true.
Albuquerque. Yeah. So there's a lot of actors that we could put in numerous roles. So, if Paul says, I think he would really work perfect in this role, then I can easily move down the list to somebody else.
So what was it that you were looking for with each actor for these particular productions? What were you looking for that you thought was going to be the perfect fit for each show?
Well, I mean, you're working with characters, so you come into an audition in mind of what individual ages, strengths, looks bring to the role, but you're also looking for sort of a groundedness, a grounded voice, an ability to be fully present and fully alive. And you're looking for, somebody who has the sort of the life energy to fill up a large space and a whole. And then you're also looking for how they fit together, because the ensemble and how they connect with each other and how they all join the same air to be part of the same place is a really important part of the puzzle.
And the relationships between the actors is incredibly important. They've got to have that chemistry. They've got to be able to work together. They've got to be able to laugh together, because they're going to be together for a long time.
Trust and trust.
Yeah. Absolutely. So with those who come to see the show, what do you want them leaving? I mean, as you explained, it's from the literary side that people are looking at Shakespeare. How do you want them to walk out from that venue after seeing these productions?
I want them to feel enriched by the experience. The Tempest is a really deep and meaningful play with some very powerful human messages. But more than anything, I want them to walk out feeling full, you know?
And we really want them to realize that Shakespeare is for everybody.
Yeah.
It's not just for the literary elite, it's not for the theater community, it's for everybody.
Wonderful. So where can people find out more about the production?
The best places are our website, which is nmshakes.org, and we also are present on Facebook and Instagram. And as far as the most up-to-date information, the social media pages are probably the best places to go. Our social media person puts out fairly regular updates, and they'll update about if there's going to be a show cancellation or something like that, then that's our social media pages are the best
We
place.
post rehearsal photos and things of that sort of
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
It's fun.
So
It's fun if they
can
can
watch the process
follow
develop.
along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again for coming out tonight and talking with us about the productions, and we look forward to seeing them.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much.
We'll be back.